good morning, dear children. So today I'll be continuing the same lesson, the ancient civilization, class 6, subject social science, part 11 and chapter 4. In part 10, I have explained to you in detail about the Greek civilization. So in part 11, we will understand their political history. So this is the political history of Greek civilization. In the previous class, I have told you Athens and Sparta were the most powerful and influential city-states. Now we will understand in detail. Athens was an ideal city-state and had democracy. Athens was an ideal, means it was a perfect city-state and had democracy. So democracy is a system in which the government is elected by the people. So it's a system in which the government is elected by the people. So Clisthenes overthrew the kingship of Athens 2500 years ago and laid down the base for democracy. So Clisthenes overthrew means to remove a leader or government from power. So Clisthenes removed the kingship of Athens 2500 years ago and laid the base for democracy. Later, the Pericles period started in Athens. So later, the Pericles was an Athenian statesman. So under his leadership, Athenian democracy and the Athenian empire flourished. So Pericle was an Athenian statesman. So under his leadership, Athenian democracy and the Athenian empire flourished. And his period is called as the golden period of Athens. So his period is called the golden period. Please remember this. Which period was the golden period of Athens? So Pericles' period was the golden period of Athens. So why this was called as the golden period? But during this period, arts, literature and philosophy reached its pinnacle during this time because arts and literature. So I have told you arts and literature means it allows us to learn about their culture. So art and literature allows us to learn about cultures such as painting, drama, music, poetry, novels, photography, etc. And the philosophy. So philosophy is the study of ideas and beliefs about the meaning of life. So art and literature allows us to learn about the cultures. It may be painting, drama, music, poetry, novels, photography, etc. And the philosophy tells about the ideas and beliefs of the meaning of life. So in this period, in the period of Pericles, the art, literature and philosophy reached its pinnacle, means reached the maximum or the tip, and during this period, and Pericles called Athens as a school of Hellas. So the Pericles called Athens as a school of Hellas because in this period the arts, literature and philosophy reached the maximum extent. And Sparta. So another influential city-state was Sparta. So Sparta was the city of Dorians and it was a military state. So Sparta was the city of Dorians and it was a military state. And when Persian king Darius waged war on Greece, Sparta and Athens rallied together and defeated Persia in the Marathon War. So Sparta was the city of Dorians and it was a military state. So when Persian king Darius waged war on Greece, so when he waged war on Greece, both these Sparta and Athens rallied together. Rallied means they came together or to bring people together in order to help or support. So this Sparta and Athens came together and defeated Persia in the Marathon War. Later, a conflict arose between Sparta and Athens. A conflict means it is a fight or an argument. So conflict means it's a fight or an argument. You can just say in simple words, it's a quarrel. So the quarrel arose between Sparta and Athens. And finally, Athens lost and became part of Sparta. So when Athens lost in the war and it became a part of Sparta. So Sparta was the city of Dorians and it was a military state. So when Persian king Darius waged war on Greece, both these Sparta and Athens came together and defeated Persia in the Marathon War. But a conflict arose between Sparta and Athens, and later finally Athens lost and it became a part of Sparta. Understood? Now I think you have understood the political history of the Greek civilization about Athens and Sparta. Now I am just summarizing the whole video. Athens was an ideal city state and it had democracy. And Clisthenes overthrew the kingship of Athens 2500 years ago and laid down the base for democracy. Later, the Pericles period started in Athens, and this period is called as the golden period of Athens, as science, arts, literature and philosophy reached their pinnacle during this time. Pericles calls Athens as the school of Hellas. And Sparta was a city of Dorians and it was a military state. So when Persian king Darius waged war on Sparta and Athens rallied together and defeated Persia in the Marathon War. So later a conflict arose between Sparta and Athens and finally Athens lost and became a part of Sparta. So I think you have understood this. So go through the video, understand very well, then answer all these 5 questions. So these are the questions relating to this video. So which was an ideal city-state that had democracy? So which was an ideal city-state that had democracy? Who overthrew the kingship of Athens? Who overthrew the kingship of Athens? And which period is called as the golden period and why? This is an important question. So which period is called as the golden period and why? Which was called as the school of Hellas, and which was called as the school of Hellas, and which are the 2 city-states that defeated Persia in the Marathon War. So you find the answers when you understand this video. So go through the video, understand and answer all these 5 questions. Thank you. Sai Ram.